I know. Oh, goodness. I know I look so tired because it's been like a really, 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 really long week. But I just wanted to touch bases with you guys because it's been a minute since I've had my motivational talks and, hey, Mark. It's been a minute. I know, like I said, I always say this. I know people are gonna tune in and out, but if you do stay, hello and hey, mama. But I just wanted to just talk about just my fast for real, and then first say today was our church's 131st year anniversary. Me and my mom were the chairmans this year. Everything turned out absolutely great by the grace of God. So I'm just really, really thankful. My mom worked really, really hard along with other people, other members of the church. But I just kind of wanted to, because I think while my bad, y'all, my phone case is like acting stupid. But anyway, so while I was fasting, which I fast for a week, it was a social media fast. I was not on social media. I did not drink alcohol, and one other thing, but I'm still fasting from that. So, excuse me. But anyway, so I just wanted to say, so the theme of our reunion, what not reunion? I'm still at my Murphy All Class reunion, y'all. My bad. But the theme of our anniversary was pressing forward the onward way, pressing forward onward way, the onward way, proclaiming the whole will of God. So to all the pastors that came to revival, they all did great, but there were two in particular who really did an amazing job, and they just said things that kind of touched on what I needed to hear. And I just wanted to say this: in your season, while you're pressing forward, in your season, there are a lot of people who are going to look at what you used to do, who are going to look at your past, and who are going to remind you of your past. And this ties in with what I learned today. If you keep living in the past, then it'll ruin your today. If you think about all the things that went on in your past, it'll distract you from achieving the things you need to achieve today. And so I just feel like the more you grow in Christ, or just grow in general, a lot of people are just not meant to be in your life. There are a lot of people who want to attach your past to you because they're not growing and they want you to stay on the same level as them. Sometimes you don't have to fall out from people. You simply just outgrow people, and it's not saying that, hello AJ. It's not saying that you are better than that person. It's just that you meet some people in different seasons. In one season of life, you might like to club all the time, but that one friend might have grown from clubbing, they don't want to club anymore, and then the other friend is still clubbing. So it's like you don't have that in common anymore. So it's just like, if you're not willing to grow with your friend or meet them where they are, then it's no point of continuing life with them. I know, as for me, I like to go to church, and I'm not saying I'm holier than thou because I like going to church, but it is kind of frustrating that if I'm asking you, because church is my spiritual journey is important to me. So if I'm asking, hey, go to church with me, and you not going, then of course I'm just gonna feel like, because this is priority to me now. So if you're not as excited, you don't have to be as excited, but if it doesn't excite you just a little to want to be in the house of the Lord or just worship or pray together, then I don't really want to be around you, because what do we have, what are we gonna do? The same things we were doing in high school or years ago. And I'm just say this, I'm not old, but I'm 28, I'm almost 30. So there are some things that, like, I don't want to do anymore. There are certain crowds of people I don't want to be around because of what they entertain, and I don't entertain. I don't entertain a lot, craziness. I don't. I never really have. But, you know what I'm saying? It's just whoever I was around, if that was their thing, then, I just wanted to, be, a team player and whatever. But there's just some people in life who are not going to, the more you elevate, you are going to lose a lot of people. Hey Lil, hey Tito, if y'all are still watching. But anyways, so saying, like, I just feel like he talked about, you can't, a lot of people want to live in the past and they don't want to really, they want to say, oh, I forgive, but I don't forget. And I get that, but sometimes, you guys, if you don't forget and live in the now, it's like, it kind of brings you back to the past, and it's just like, oh, you know what I'm saying? It's just like, say for instance, if you're in a situation and, something, you say, I forgive you, but I don't forget. And if something happens and it looks familiar, you're going to remember the situation. You're going to be like, because I remember this, what you did. You know what I mean? So it's just like, if you're going to forgive someone, really forgive them. And my thing is, with forgiveness, it's not easy. And you shouldn't be doing it for yourself. I mean, for them, you're doing it for yourself, because that's just baggage. And I just feel like, let's just do ourselves a favor going into 2020. Like, we don't need to be carrying baggage into 2020. Some things we just let go and leave it in the past, whether it's relationships, whether it's business ventures that's not working out, instability. I'm saying instability. Unstable finances, whatever it is that's a dead weight, let it go and do not bring it into your future. Like, just let it go and keep going. And one thing about it, a lot of people feel like because you have a past that you're not capable, hey Dre, that you're not capable of achieving more in life. And they feel like, oh, because you used to do this and used to do that, then that disqualifies you. No, that actually qualifies you in Jesus' eyes, because he's chosen each one of us, and we all had a purpose before we were even created. We all have purpose. So just because maybe you used to get around, you had a bad reputation with women or men, or maybe, you know what I'm saying, that doesn't disqualify you from finding love. Just because, you're a recovering drug addict or whatever, it doesn't disqualify you from being, maybe a pastor, or maybe a teacher, or, having a whatever. None of the things that happen in your past disqualifies you, because truth be told, we all have a past. But the thing is, do not go back to the things that remind you of your past, that brings you back to your past. It's okay to remember where you've come from, but do not go back down the same road. Just keep pressing forward, keep moving forward. Again, like I said, if you got to change who you hang around, because it's important to get around like-minded people. If you're not centering yourself around like-minded people who share the same goals as you, then you're not going to be able to grow as much as you would like. And it's sad to say, but there are people who you are either in relationships with or in friendships, have friendships with, who are holding you back from your purpose, because they're doing the same things, or entertaining the same things, and encouraging the same things that you were doing 5 or 10 or however many years ago. And it's just like, the more you elevate, the more you should be trying to gain friends that want the same things in life as you. If you trying to be an entrepreneur, then chances are you need to be around people who have, you know what I'm saying, who either own a business or trying to do the same thing as you, or at least if that you don't have friends that's doing that, you need to have friends that's motivating you. Yeah, like it's impossible if you have friends all y'all do is sit up, either smoke, drink, party, laugh and talk about hoes, excuse my French, but you know what I'm saying, or all y'all doing is, twerking every day, and whatever the case may be. If this is all that you are doing and there are no conversations being had about how are you doing mentally, friend, how can I invest in your dream, what do you want to do, where you see yourself 5 years from now, you know what I'm saying, if you ain't talking about God, at least motivation, if you ain't having motivational talks with your friends, like then you need to, chances are you're around friends that are holding you hostage from your purpose in life. I was recently with my group of friends, and the conversation, honestly, it was supposed to be something so small and simple where we were just gonna just talk or whatever, have a glass of wine, and the conversation, hey, Anthony, who else on, Brittany, Anthony, okay, yeah, so the conversation, it escalated into something so beautiful, and we ended up talking about just God, and just investing in yourself, the importance of investing in yourself, and living out your purpose. And this is something I want to say about my fast. While I was fasting, I've learned that your purpose in life, we feel like, oh, I need to find my purpose. I want to find my purpose. I want to find my purpose. And like we want to have some type of solid thing, like we want to know, we want to be, we want to know what our purpose is. And some people may not know, some people may know. But the thing is about your purpose is, when that I've learned, that if it's basically whatever the gift is that God gave you, if it's something that impacts others and it makes you feel happy doing it, and that it doesn't become a burden to you, and if it's something that you can kind of, not even kind of, but something that you could do for free, and if it brings God joy and everybody around you joy seeing you doing it, then that is your purpose in life. God gives us all gifts. One person gift may be a motivational speaker. I just say that for me, a lot of people feel like either ministry is in my calling, or my purpose, or just being a counselor or a motivational speaker, or just someone who uplifts. That is my gift. God gave me the gift of, I feel like, many things, but I think where my gifts are most impactful, where people say, I feel good when you do this. It makes me feel good when you do this. I like that you're doing this. That lets me know that that's my purpose. And I don't, and how I know that it aligns with God is because, it's not all me. I can't take credit. This is what he puts on my heart to say. And not only that, I don't mind getting on live to do this. And this is for free. You know what I'm saying? Like, I literally, my old job, I still volunteer, I haven't been in a while because there's a lot going on, but, at my old job, I volunteer, I wanted to volunteer there. I don't get paid that because I love making an impact on others. I like that it brings glory to God, because I'm helping people realize how God is really working in our lives daily, and we don't even understand that. And which brings me to another point, gratitude. It's so important to express gratitude. I've been noticing, hey Mark, I've been noticing that the more I find something, at least 5 things about my day that I can tell God thank you for, then and I show my contentness and where I am, it's like the more pleased he is and the more he blesses me. So I'm gonna just share this testimony. So I'm fasting. I've been trying to kind of, be wise with my money and stuff like that. So I have been just content with my funds. I don't I don't worship money. So, and that's something we have to stop doing. We have to stop idolizing success so much, and to the fact that we basically down ourselves or are so super hard on ourselves because we're not where we want to be in life. And I'm not saying not be aware and work hard, but I'm just simply saying don't make it to the point to where it's like you're just feeling like I'm worthless, I'm useless, like, I'm not where I want to be. Don't get to that point. And I think a lot of us idolize money, we idolize jobs, we idolize so much, and we don't take a step back, and it doesn't even become enjoyable anymore because we idolize it and we need it, we worship it. Just like, I was reading on jobs, working. I've been doing devotionals, and if you guys don't have it, I recommend that you download the Bible app because it gives you like daily devotionals. You can start a plan, and it gives you daily devotionals. And like this is what I've been doing since I've been fasting, and it's just been giving me so much joy and peace and just confirmation. But I downloaded how to make work, I guess, enjoyable or something like that. And so it was saying that a lot of times the we when we read about work in the Bible, God intended for us to have work. Of course, God put Adam and Eve into the garden, and he put them in the garden to tend to it. And of course, we know that they ate from the forbidden tree, and but that was just that greed. And it just shows how like money is so much, it's like they say it is the root of all evil, because you'll do anything for $1, and it shouldn't be like that. And I just feel like when you become content in God and let him supply all your needs, then you don't need all of that. And when you are at work, it was just saying that when you're at work, do your work in out of love for God. You know what I'm saying? If it's like you have to go into work thinking that even if you don't like your job, but still, you know what I'm saying, do what you need to do. Don't be one of those workers that overwork yourselves, and don't be one of those workers that don't do nothing and then but want to get paid. And but when the manager's around, you working, and when they leave, you ain't doing nothing. Like, with work is supposed to be enjoyable. And then it's like with me, I didn't like my job, but it was just like it made it easier for me to do what I needed to do because excuse me, because I made it a positive thing. I when people was rude, I was nice back. And when you have that attitude, that positive attitude, it makes it so much easier. And like I said, when you're working because you just need the money, then work doesn't come enjoyable, it becomes a burden. So it's just like you're supposed to pray and ask God to just help you, help you work the way you're supposed to, help you to enjoy work or find something about your job to do. And if you're not happy, leave, okay? Leave. If that job is a burden, if it's causing you to not be happy or you're not motivated, leave. Don't be anywhere you're not happy. Because one thing about it, my mama always taught me, when you quit a job, they still going to replace you. They can easily replace you, so it's not that big of a deal. If it's not making you happy, then leave. Hey, ESPN, Jabaz. Hey, Chandria. But, yeah, so basically like I was back to my testimony. But, I just have been doing things out of love and just to glorify God. And so I was at our all class reunion tailgate, y'all, and I seen a $20 on the ground. Now, mind you, I said I was trying to spend money wisely because everybody was talking about we going here, and I'm like, okay, listen, I gotta prioritize. I can't just be spending my money and going crazy. Because righteously, I'm not going to be like one of them type of people to pretend I got it like that. I'm doing all right, but I ain't got it like that. You know what I'm saying? So, I found a 20 on the ground. And the first thing came to mind, I was like, no, I'm not going to just pocket it. So I asked, I was like, what would God do? What would be the godly thing to do? So what I did was I asked, anybody lost $20? One girl was like, girl, you better put that in your pocket. Hey, Billy. So I repeated again, anybody lost $20? I said it like 5 times. I walked around with it. I'm like, anybody lost $20? Nobody claimed it. And then I put it in my pocket. But that's just saying, like, God, you know what I'm saying? It just, to me, that's just how it's been for me. Like, I want to, God, how would you have me to do this situation? So I did that. That was cool. Was expecting to go ahead and pay my way into, hey, Clyde, I was expecting to pay my way into the party that we had. Didn't have to because my brother blessed me and paid my way. Was gonna, you know what I'm saying, all the stuff that I was gonna initially pay for, everybody was like, no, don't worry about it. And I just feel like that's nothing but God. Because when you do right by people, and when you do right and you do good and do it in the glory of God, then he just, you know what I'm saying, he'll bless you back. And that's just my testimony for that. Just being content and just doing things out of the will of God. And another thing, ask him for what you need, not for what you want. Don't tell him what you want. Tell him to bless you with what he needs for your life. Because what you want may not be what you need. And what he needs is gonna always be sufficient enough. And just say thank you. I've been learning that I need to just pray for what I need instead of what I want. Because what I've been wanting, it can hurt me in the long run. And you never know. God, he sees into the future, so he know when something's going to be bad for you in the future, so he'll close that door or say no. Because and it could be something you wanted so badly, and you'll see in the end of it all the outcome of why, this is why God kept me from that, or this is why he said no. So never feel discouraged when you don't, when you pray and you ask God for something and you don't receive it. Just learn to seek his will, and that's what I am learning to do. And I'm learning to want to listen to him more, so me asking him for things, because I feel like when I come to prayer, I always be like, God, hey, God, I think I said God. Yeah, I'm like, hey, God, bless me with this. I want this, bless me with this, bless me with that. And it shouldn't be like a one-sided conversation. Like, talking to God, praying to God, if a prayer is a conversation. But where it goes 2 ways. Sometimes you have to be quiet and listen to what he's trying to tell you and what he wants you to know. Hey, Matt, you gotta be quiet and listen to what he's trying to tell you sometimes. And I don't think, we live in a world where we gotta have this, we gotta have that, we gotta have things now and our way. And when it don't go our way, we get upset, or we want to throw temper tantrums, or whatever the case may be. But you have to look at it as God is our protector. He's here to protect us from things. So if he said no, then it's just no. It's just no. So you can't just be upset about it. Learn to say thank you. Learn to be grateful for the little things. Like, y'all, I'm telling you, it's been to the point now, like, when I go outside, I'm like, God, thank you for the rain. Some people grass is going dead. The creatures that you created were thirsty. There's a lake in the backyard of my mom's. So, like, I was thankful that the ducks had water, because the lake then had dried out. So the ducks had water. I looked at it as that. They could swim through the whole lake. And they look just so happy. And then just to sit and see, I love water. So just to sit and see how water moves is so peaceful to me. So I was thankful for that. I've been thankful for the grass. Y'all, I love walking barefoot in grass. So it just be so like, I just be thinking like, dang, grass is so beautiful. Like, God created that. I look at the trees and how strong they are, and how they, they provide oxygen and all of this stuff that trees do, shade, and it's a home for animals. So it's like, or a playground, for squirrels. But it just certain things like that, I'm like, oh God, thank you for that. There are people who are hungry that can't eat, And, I just ate a couple ramen noodles, but I'm like, thank you, God, because, I could be starving, eating nothing. And so the more you express gratitude, it becomes an everyday thing, and you just don't complain. It just cuts down on complaining, and it actually helps you to want to bless other people more. So that's just that. Through this fast, it's been really good to me. I've been at peace. It's not where I want it to be, but it's getting there. I've been just kind of becoming stronger when it comes to just cutting ties with certain things and people. It's been easier for me to just walk away from certain things and not even have no, I don't, I walk away and still love you. And so even like with music, like y'all, I've been loving the Summer Walker album, and ever since I said that I've been worshiping and stuff, I've not been really listening to it, I've not felt the need to really listen to the radio. I've been wanting to listen to gospel. I every now and then listen to something off my Apple Music, but then I'm just like, I want to listen to this gospel song because it makes me feel good. It makes me feel at peace. It doesn't stir up any negative emotions and make me remember about this and that. I've been I've been really paying attention to my mood and what makes me happy and what gets me upset, and I'm able to just articulate how I feel more and process and explain. This is what I don't want. This is what I'm not gonna tolerate. So that's why I enjoy fasting. I love doing it. I recommend anybody to do it. Back on the church anniversary, it was great. Everything turned out good. I'm still like in awe from the messengers. Every one of them were just so good, and I just really, I'm ready to apply a lot of these things that I learned over my life, because the thirst for God has been so real for me. The thirst of, even when I listen to how the pastors just speak about their wives, it's like, it's just been making me realize, like, this is the type of love that I want. I want someone just with that. We're talking about friendships, and it just made me realize, like, these are the type of friendships that I want. These are the type of healthy relationships I want. Like, I just want everything to flow. And I understand there's going to be static along the way. There's going to be chaos along the way. But I want people that's going to be in my corner that don't fold when it get hard, who don't run when it get hard. I want friends and people that's going to stand for me to the end of time, and that's going to join hands with me and pray, or say, hey, come over, let's talk about it, let's do you know what I'm saying, doing positive activities. I went to bank for the R&B Friday. I enjoyed myself. Murphy really did it, period, poo. And I enjoyed it, you know what I'm saying, until they started fighting. Had to get up out of that end. But other than that, like, I've been enjoying picking and choosing my battles, where the spirit leads me, where I'm going to feel safe. When I don't feel safe in a situation, I love that I can just walk away. I like that. Now I've just been not even, because no, I don't like saying no. I say yes so much, but I've been fine asking God to give me a way to gracefully not have to do things I don't want to do. So I'm just, I'm happy. I'm happy. Um, I'm better than where I was yesterday. And that's why, I guess that's brings me back to what the pastor said, that when you focus on the wrong that happened yesterday, then it takes away the greatness from today, or the new day that God blessed you to be in. And so it's just, I'm grateful. I'm grateful. I'm glad that, that message in particular stood out to me, because he was right. Like, how many days where you could be thinking about what happened yesterday, and you could be having a good day, and then you'll think about one thing that pissed you off yesterday, or something that happened, bad thing that happened yesterday. You focus on that, and it blinds you from seeing. The enemy will really blind you from seeing the greatness and the grace that God brought you to the next day, that he gave you a new day, a clean slate to start over and enjoy. He also said, basically, when you in your car, you got a rearview mirror. And you know, you got to look at the things behind you, but if you focus on it too long, you going to crash. You going to crash into somebody. And then it's just like that, the rearview mirror is so small, but your windshield is so big. And that's how you need to look in life. The what's ahead of you is so much. It's endless possibilities. That rearview mirror is small. Don't keep focusing what's in your review. You gonna look or whatever, but then you look back. Don't keep looking back. Keep progressing. Keep moving forward in life. Reevaluate yourself. Spend time with yourself. Like, go do things with yourself. If you gotta fast, if you gotta just, I don't know, y'all, whatever you gotta do to protect your peace, do that. Whatever that is, whatever that looks like to you, meditation. Which reminds me, somebody took my crystals because I can't find them. But anyway, I'm gonna have to look for them. They kind of disappeared on me, which is kind of weird, but because I had them right here. But that's neither here nor there. Whatever that peaceful place looks like to you, get there and write down on the list. Write down a list of things that about the day that was good to you, and that you were thankful for, and you focus on those few things, and you thank God for those things. And then, you know, the more you think about those good things, the more positive things will come into surface. And and so the next day, you know, you keep doing it, you keep doing it. It needs to be, it's a consistent thing. It's so hard to sustain a positive mind. It's hard because every day there's going to be an obstacle. There's going to be a way the enemy tries to get you to give up and just say, forget this. But find something about that day to say, this is why I should not give up. Find a reason why you shouldn't give up. It's so easy to give up rather than keep going, because we're the type of people that our faith is on what we see instead of having faith in what we don't, the unknown, and knowing that, you know, we have the type of God that is a miracle worker. And if you put your faith and your trust in him, then that's all you need. That's all you need. Even if it don't happen, still have the confidence to know that it could. And if it doesn't, say thank you and keep it pushing, and realize that God doesn't make mistakes at all. And his no is a good no. It's a good no for you because he's protecting you from something. So that's how I have to kind of look at things. When doors close in my life, I have to look at it that way instead of looking at it in a negative way. You have to look at things from a positive standpoint, because if you do not, you're going to dwell on it. You're going to beat yourself up about it. You're going to stay focused on that. And then your whole day done passed you by. And what you kind of missed the point of, or the blessing in the day. So, y'all, that's pretty much all I really had to say. I'm not feeling too good. I'm tired. But y'all have a good week. You know, Sunday starts off the week. Y'all have a good Monday. Have a blessed Monday. Have a productive Monday. I hope whatever I said impacted you in some way. And love you guys. Make sure y'all spread love to others. That's extremely important. And yeah, do things out of love. Be a blessing to others. I got something that I'm going to start doing that I'm going to tell y'all about, and I really want y'all to participate it. You heard it here first. So this is my idea. What I'm going to start doing is I'm going to start writing love letters to people, because this world lacks love. And when you don't have love in your heart, then you don't act in love and out of love. So what I am doing, you guys, I'm starting a challenge. It's called a love letter challenge. What I'm going to do is I'm just going to get me some paper, because it don't cost nothing to go to Walmart and get you some loose leaf paper and write a love letter to anyone random. Write a bunch of them and just stick them in the windshield of people's cars. And so I was thinking that, like, my love letters, I would just tell people, like, you know, God chose you. You're chosen. God created with you for a purpose and with purpose. And don't let your yesterday's disappointments dictate your today's accomplishments. Just write things like that and leave these notes on people's cars. And when you spread love like that, I feel like love, if you spread it, is so contagious. Everybody wants to be loved. Everybody loves. Just think about how it makes you feel to hear something positive. You know what I'm saying? So I challenge y'all to do that. I'm gonna write a status about it, but everybody need to get y'all some loose leaf paper. Write about 20 love letters, or just in your spare time, 20, 50, however many, 100, however many you want to write. Just write love letters to people, strangers. Leave them on their cars, and just even if you gotta write them to yourself, y'all. I used to have sticky notes. I used to leave myself sticky notes of love letters and confirmations and affirmations and just God's truths. And God's truth can cancel out the enemy's lie. So I just challenge y'all to do that. I challenge you guys to be kind, to spread love. Do things like that instead of spreading negativity, spreading drama, spreading lies, spreading rumors. Spread love, because we need it desperately, because we lack it within our community. We done got out of touch with how to love on each other and how to support each other and uplift each other, and it's become easier for us to slander each other's characters. And what is it? Is it slandering your character? I think so. We've made it easier to do negative things, and it's become hyped up and it's become cool, and I'm just tired of it. I'm sick of it. I don't want to be in some of y'all space sometimes, because you can just see on your energy, on your face, that you just lack love. It's all in your spirit. Oh God, I'ma just pray for you. That's all I can do. I'm not gonna talk about you, I'm gonna pray about you, but just know we trying to kill all that. So if y'all are watching this live, we're going to start doing love letters. We're going to start getting paper and writing letters to strangers and leaving them on the windshields of their cars, because I feel like everybody has a battle. That person, leave it at the doctor's office, because you never know. Somebody might leave the doctor's office from hearing bad news that they got cancer. And if they come to their window and see that note at the right time, y'all just imagine, like, that's dope. So let's do that, y'all. I don't care if I get the glory for it or not. This is all in God's name. This is to glorify Him. Let's just do positive things to glorify God. He put us on this earth to love. That is His most important commandment. So why not do it? Can we do that, y'all? Let's do love letters. So on that note, y'all, again, make sure y'all do that, really, and rewatch this live if y'all to end, catch the beginning of it. Love you guys. Mwah. Gotta go.